In this video, we'll discuss a common question that comes up in the comments. What to do when your ex contacts you after 6 months? I'll tell you how to handle the situation so that she doesn't just reach out, but actually begs to see you, shedding tears. However, before we get to that, let's reflect on whether it's even worth resuming communication. First of all, let's acknowledge that she left you. If you had been the one to leave, you wouldn't be concerned about her message. This indicates that you had an unresolved situation and emotional turmoil. Now, the intensity of those feelings has likely diminished and you're managing to move on. Next, consider why she left and what kind of person she is. If you realize that she's a problematic type for long-term relationships, it's honestly better to avoid rekindling anything. Often, men deceive themselves. They feel like they've moved on, stopped suffering, and think they can handle it this time. Or they have the illusion that they won't get back into a relationship, just meet her for certain reasons. But that's self-deception because such stories usually end with the man's emotions resurfacing and him falling back into the same weak position, leading to another breakup. Let's assume she's suitable for a relationship. If she had other relationships during this time, understand what that means. The worst scenario is a man deciding to reconcile despite her having been with someone else. He may think he can handle it, but soon realizes that anger and resentment boil over, leading to repeated conflicts. Ultimately, he questions why he reconciled in the first place and ends up in a weaker position. There are two main approaches if she reaches out. First, ignore her. Not responding can be effective. Even after 6 months, memories can be rekindled. Entering an ignore mode can eventually make her try harder to contact you, taking her out of her emotional peak and forcing her to think more seriously about reconnecting. Second, if you decide to respond, do it with confidence that you can handle the situation maturely. If you haven't grown or changed in the past 6 months, the likelihood of a successful reconciliation is low. A measured decision is crucial. Rash decisions often lead to repeating the cycle of breaking up and suffering again. If you've truly moved on and worked on yourself, you might consider reconnecting. If your ex contacts you to wish you a happy birthday, it's usually a pretext to reconnect. Responding or not depends on your strategy. The worst is just a simple thank you. If your ex reaches out while she's in a new relationship, it's best not to respond. And if you're in a new relationship, breaking it off for an ex who caused problems before usually leads to regret and another cycle of suffering. Remember, making a thought-out decision free from emotional bias is key. Each choice has consequences, and repeating mistakes will only prolong the cycle of pain and missed opportunities. Make sure to like the video and stay tuned for the next one.